Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me for this session. In this part, we would be specifically talking about the role of IT in the agricultural sector and how is it beneficial for the sector. So before I start with the discussion, I would like to show all of you a slide in the presentation. Using the points mentioned in the presentation, we would be moving forward with the discussion. So here I go. I share the presentation with all of you. So I believe that all of you are now able to view the presentation. So IT is playing a very important and vital role in agriculture production and marketing. So in order to take the real status of the agriculture marketing and production, there is an urgent need to develop the following items. The first point being farmers crop database should be managed effectively. The database should be including factors like kind of crops, size of cultivable area, time of harvest, and the yield obtained by doing so. And the second point being crops information service should be created for the welfare of all. And the third point being the production techniques and information inquiries system should be created so that it would be beneficial for the farmers. So now thinking about all these points and why these specific points were mentioned by me, we'll be taking the discussion forward. As all of us would be knowing the fact that agriculture may be one of the largest sector in the global economy, but it is facing challenges. So challenges such as like climate change, population growth, and food insecurity are just not bad for business. They also have a global impact. So in order to compete in an increasingly competitive and volatile market, the farming industry needs to shake up the way it basically operates, and disruptive technology hold the key in doing so. So the sheer amount of produce that is needed to feed the world's population is quite huge, and providing food security is an ever growing concern. So to ensure a successful harvest, the farmer needs to be able to establish the ideal condition for crop health and be able to detect any potential threat of like pest or diseases before it spreads. So technologies have already become available to accelerate the soil testing before even plantation takes place, but also to monitor the plant nutrition level and even recognize plant diseases once the crop has grown. So autonomous vehicles or the drones can be equipped with cameras and sensors to gather the data, which can be then uploaded into the agricultural software. This quickly produces an overview of a crop for the user or the farmer, in other words, to see the existing health and identify the potential problems that can arise. So environmental awareness has certainly increased in the last decade or so, and the agricultural industry has established various regulations and incentives to encourage farmers to increase their efforts. So now GPS, autonomous vehicles, and software enable precision agriculture and agronomics, which ensure less seed, fertilizer, and fuels are wasted. So this lowers the cost as well as the saving time for the farmer at the same time. So although some technologies that are key to precision farming are not new, such as GPS and remote sensing technology, they are being taken to a much more complex, or you can say intelligent level, with the use of artificial intelligence. Robotics is already making weed protection and detection much easier, such as with autonomous vehicles that are programmed to visually recognize certain plants and spray them individually with a fungicide or a herbicide accordingly. So the level of accuracy that the artificial intelligence and smart robotics offer to farming with will limit the chemical usage and help create a cleaner agricultural sector. So apart from all these points, a major concern for the farmers is ensuring business viability and the marketing competitiveness. So agriculture is on the brink of a digital evolution, and with digitization entering many areas of its operation, robots and autonomous vehicles will definitely reduce the labor cost or while increasing its efficiency altogether. So the GPS and its mapping carried out by the drones quickly can provide the farmers with highly detailed information on the water levels and soil fertility, with data even being transferred via a cloud. So software gives operators a clear view of the operation and the data analytics to help improve decision making for the farmers. So the farmers will need to embrace these technologies and adapt to them in order to strengthen their own business and prepare for their future. And lastly, in India, farming with agricultural technologies is an unprecedented practice. So the foremost consideration of WTO should be given to unambiguous interpretation and implication of training methods. It is further recommended that the WTO should give an effort to publish printed web journals targeted all segments of Indian agriculture and allied activities. So this has to be addressed immediately as a priority item. The most sought after information like import tariffs, season wise and year wise phases of mandatory changes in the government policies and its impacts on the various subsidy schemes are to be furnished to the beneficiaries, that are the farmers. So how to provide this analytical input will lead to the advantage implementation of web or mobile applications for agriculture. And lastly, removing restrictions to throw open the Indian agriculture markets and macroeconomic situation, foreign exchange inflation, and the current tariffs, etc., in the respective countries are likely to have a direct impact on Indian agricultural segment inside and outside. So with this, I believe that I've been able to clear the concept of role of IT in agriculture sector and how the use of different technologies like drones or GPS could be beneficial for the farmers, giving them the precise details before they even start the plantation process. So thank you so much for joining this session.